What's up, guys? Welcome back for another EVE Online video. I'm going to show you what I've been using for C2 ratting and wormholes. I usually use this fit for doing checkpoints and hangars here in a Class 2 wormhole. This is a Drake fit, passively tanked. You definitely want to be able to know the triggers when you're doing this kind of stuff. And this is like wave 1, so I'm coming in, usually approaching a little bit just to kind of get in range, and then I try to burn in a little bit before I drop like a MTU or whatever. So the drone assignment here usually is pretty simple, right? We're going after like the towers and the frigates first, and like I said before, like knowing your actual triggers is important. So I use Ricky's tool here. So we're doing a checkpoint right here. So our trigger is going to be the cruiser class patroller. So we're going to save at least one of those guys for last. We want to take down the towers, frigates first, and then for wave 2 you want to take the escorts out and then the patrollers, and then you have the last wave here. So as you see, we're just kind of burning in. The only active shield we're running really is this EM Shield Hardener II, but definitely getting the frigates down and the towers down. This one tower usually is way the hell out here, so I'll usually burn towards that first target, or that first tower, and then I'll select the other tower and kind of start burning towards it. Once I kind of close in to about 59k, which is my max flight time for these missiles, once I kind of get into range of this, then I'll drop an MTU and it'll start sucking in the blue loot here. Just kind of roll over the shield here so you can kind of see the recharge rate here, which is basically our tank. We're kind of sig tanking a little bit as well. I'm going to suck these drones in just because they're taking a little bit more aggro than usually. Probably because I'm talking a little bit, and you can usually run this in 8 to 10 minutes or so. But I'm going to kind of burn to this tower here and work on these frigates a little bit. Kind of let these drones, I'm going to let these drone shields kind of recharge, and I'll throw them back out just so I can I need to be able to grab aggro from these guys so that the Hornets actually don't die, because they're quite a bit of our DPS here. The loot here is pretty much always the same. You're looking at about 12.5 million in blue loot, 12.5, 12.9. It's been about 12.9 lately. All right, so let's go and throw these drones back out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of clear through this. I'm just going to kind of run this site and give you guys an idea of how this kind of works. And then as we kind of progress through, I'll kind of talk about the fit and the clone and stuff like that, which I'll put in the description of the video and all that. We're going to burn it a little bit more, because usually when I drop the MTU, I'll orbit it at like 2,000 meters. Just so I can kind of continually sig tank where I'm at, and then I can always be in range to empty out the MTU just in case something happens. So we'll burn it just a little bit more. Go and throw these guys on here. Just because whenever the battleship pops on wave 3, we want to kind of be close to this structure, just so we don't have any issues. And this is the blue loot I'm talking about. This is what you're kind of hunting for. And they don't drop. When you kill the rats, they don't get bounties. So you're just actually looking for that loot, which is really important to have a MTU kind of handy. Go and launch this for self, and then what I'll do is I'm going to nav it. This will orbit at 2,000 meters. So I'll just, once I kind of get set back up, I'll just kind of rotate around. And so now all that's left is these cruisers. So now I'm just gonna I usually just group all these missile launchers together. It just seems to work out a little bit better. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these launchers on this target. And then when we get to wave 2, we're basically do the same thing. We'll just avoid the trigger until the end. And you see, if you do that, you don't want to run the waves into each other, because, you're passive tank. So by the time we actually get these cruisers down, we'll be almost completely recharged on shield again. Let's go ahead and cut that. And then once that resets, we're going to switch over, and then we'll put the drones on that new one. Go and open cargo on this MTU. I like to just be able to orbit this this mobile track unit and just empty the blue loot out in case I have to, you know, warp off to a safe. If I lose the MTU, it's fine, but I'd rather not lose the blue loot because that's kind of why we're out here doing this. All right, drones will take care of him, so we're gonna go for the last one. Go and get him up. A couple more seconds, they'll take him down. There we go. And we're gonna hope that wave 2 is gonna spawn within range. We just kind of keep doing what we're doing here. So we're gonna throw 3 volleys, and then we're gonna reload, and then just let the drones kind of finish off this cruiser. And as you can see, our shields gonna probably be completely maxed out by the time we finish this wave, which is kind of what you want. It really comes down to the implants, really, that are, you know, going to turn this up. The implants. This whole fit is actually pretty cheap. This is like less than 200 mil to it's like 155 million, I think, right now in Jita to put this together. So I'll go and kind of, since we're kind of waiting, we're gonna have to, let's see, we're gonna do escorts. Escorts are a little far out, so we're actually gonna like bring these drones in, and we're gonna let them close us a little bit. And so I'll kind of talk about the implants. I'm only running 2 implants right now, so I'm running the Shield Management SM702. And what this is going to give us 2% bonus to shield capacity, and then we're also running the Shield Operations SP902. This will give us 2% boost to recharge rate. Since we're a passive tank, this is extremely important. We can take down actually one of these patrollers. We just can't take down the last one, or it'll trigger the last wave. So since he's already burned to us, we're going to go and kind of just get a head start here. And by the time he gets out here, we're kind of just waiting for these escorts. They're a little bit slower, but they're coming in a little bit. Keep this blue loot out of this MTU. And that's our next target is right here, is this escort. By the time we get this escort down, the other one should be in range. So let's go and cut missiles on him, since he's they don't actually have shields, right? They have armor and hull. Alright, I'm gonna go target this first escort. Drone control range is a little far out still, but that's fine. We can throw some missiles on it. On the front side of this MTU, we should be able to assign the drones. They don't really, the escorts are not really great about actually like kind of closing in on your position, so you have to kind of be patient a little bit. We're looking for like 57k, and then we can engage the drones. I think the drones are actually fighting the other patroller, but I don't think they'll actually take him down. Alright, we're gonna go and switch drone targets just in case. We'll go and get everybody targeted up so I can monitor those the patroller. Yeah, see, patroller's still got quite a bit of armor, so we just want to make sure that he stays alive until these escorts are down. Alright, that escort is down. Let's go ahead and engage the drone there. What I'll do is I'll go over the fit and everything when when we got launchers on the battleship, just so that's the last target, and it doesn't really require me to handle too much. Get this armor down. Probably one more volley. Cut that, and then we'll start working on this patroller. Here we go. Now we can just get everybody on here. So this last wave is going to be patrollers, which is frigates, and then the battleships. We'll take down the 2 frigates, and we'll take down the battleship right after. And so the way this works is like, this is the DPS that each wave is kind of putting out. And so what we're doing is our ship, it basically needs to have like be able to tank. I think we're able to tank like 700 or so EHP a second with our active tank. And that's kind of our goal. All right. Battleship is almost in range. The frigates will be in range really quick, so we're going to use this opportunity to go and reload. We can go and throw drones on the first frigate. And then by the time we get the battleship down, all the loot, well, the only thing we'll be waiting on after the battleship dies is just that battleship wreck to get sucked into the MTU, and then we'll be good to go. I think the drones are handling that first frigate all right, so we're going to start working on the second frigate. Some of these frigates can newt, I think. Actually, I think the newts are on hangars. I don't think I remember getting newted on checkpoints before. So we're going to kind of like, you know, kind of hopscotch. So the drones together the first frigate, then I'm going to have launchers on the second patroller, and then we're going to put the drones on the third patroller and just kind of like try to meet in the middle. The battleship is in range now, so we're just kind of letting him close a little bit. As you can see, this is a pretty sustainable fit for this Drake. The passive tank, you know, makes it extremely you're not bastioning, you're not doing anything crazy that's going to require you not to be able to get off grid or anything like that. So just takes you just gotta be careful, right? Kind of keep an eye on D-scan and all those things. Most of this damage, this is probably the most damage we've actually taken since we've been running this, just because we're taking hits from this battleship. Load up all this blue loot. Alright, let's go and talk about the fit. I'll bring this up real quick. So this is it. Like, it shows 193 just because I think it's actually calculating the blue loot I have in here, but it's actually 155 million in JITA. For our rigs, medium core defense field Purger 2s on all the rig slots. We have our core probe launcher 1 with core scanner probe 1s, and then we're running heavy missile launcher 2s in every slot, and I'm also running Scourge Fury heavy missiles. And then for our loads, we're using 2 shield power relay 2s, and then a ballistics control system 2 of those, and then a missile guidance computer with a missile precision script, and then the EM Shield Hardener II, a Gistum C type thermal shield amplifier, and then 3 large shield extenders. And so what this is, all said and done, you're looking at about 54,000 EHP, and then with the implants and the everything, we're looking at 173 HP a second recharge, which is our passive tank, and cap stable. And so drone control range is 57, which is about standard, and then our target range is 63 right now. So pretty good little fit, very cheap. I mean, you could obviously do this in like a Tengu or something like that with a little bit with some active tank, but the Drake passive tank fit is on the cheap. It's a really good way to kind of get started. Just taking your time and, you know, doing everything by the book for the most part. We're gonna keep on it. I think we're gonna probably throw one more volley. All we're waiting on is for this battleship to die, and then get the wreck, and then we'll basically scoop the last of the blue loot, and then scoop the MTU, and we'll be done. And he was pretty close anyway, so we shouldn't have to wait too much longer on the MTU here. Alright, everybody's loaded up. Just waiting for this loot to come in, and we'll be good to go. And what's nice is by the time you actually get this looted and kind of like, you know, get set up to go to your next site, your tank, your shield is going to have completely recharged and all that. Go and scoop the MTU. I'm going to stack my inventory because that's kind of my thing. And I'm going to go and reload too. I'm going to cut these. Just so we can have cap and shield completely set up for the next run. And then I usually just align out. And then I'll clear this nav here for these wrecks. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just giving me a little idea of like kind of what I run for C2 rat sites. And thank you for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.